It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A man's been robbed at knife point after withdrawing cash from an ATM at Market Town in Newcastle West. He was walking across a car park just before 6:30 last night when he was threatened by a woman who was armed with a small knife. She ran off with a small amount of cash. Police say the robber's in her 20s with a thin build, shoulder-length blonde hair which was pulled back and was wearing a white singlet and denim shorts. Police have ramped up the search for a missing Belmont woman. 31-year-old Carly McBride was last seen on Calgaroo Avenue at Muswellbrook at about 2 p.m. on Tuesday, September 30 last year. Sergeant Dave Rose says detectives fear Carly may have been murdered and have issued a fresh appeal for information.
Carly is described as being of Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander appearance, approximately 165 to 175 centimetres tall with a thin build. She has brown hair and eyes. Now, anyone who sees Carly or believes they know her whereabouts is urged to contact police immediately. You should contact your local police or Crime Stoppers. It's a free call to 1800 333 000.
Former Newcastle MP Tim Owen denies ever seeing a confidential cabinet document about the city's light rail project, which somehow made its way into his office. Current Labor MP Tim Crackenthorpe claims he found the document in the back of a filing cabinet after moving into the office late last year. But Tim Owen has told the Herald he doesn't remember it, and all documents in his office would have been shredded when he resigned, in line with parliamentary guidelines for closing an MP's office. The redevelopment of Newcastle Art Gallery could again be on the cards, with the Save Our Cultural Institutions group stepping up its campaign. Former Lord Mayor Jeff McCloy previously threw out plans to give the centre a makeover. However, a new evaluation sees few difficulties with the project. Former chairman of Newcastle Art Gallery, Robert Henderson, says an upgrade for the complex is long overdue.
I think it is important that people realise that that the art gallery is very important for Newcastle. That it is and has it has the best collection of any regional gallery in Australia, and it has had no government funding since it was opened by the Queen in 1977.
The future of coal seam gas mining at Gloucester has been thrown into doubt, with AGL announcing a comprehensive review of all its operations there. It follows growing criticism over some of the company's practices. Councils in the Patterson electorate have been awarded their third quarterly payment under the Australian Government's Financial Assistance Grants Program. Councils will be able to independently spend the money where they see fit to benefit the community by granting services and facilities needed. Patterson MP Bob Baldwin says the $5.4 million comes with no strings attached.
The actual expenditure is a matter for each and every local government. Each of them have different sets of priorities.
Now with sport, Annabelle Regan.
Newcastle Jets players have breathed a sigh of relief after finally receiving their monthly wages yesterday, 2 days overdue. It's understood the 4 disenfranchised players owner Nathan Tinkler is attempting to sack also received their monthly wages. All 4, however, are still waiting to accept termination deals. Professional Footballers Australia say they're extremely disappointed with the delay and will continue to monitor the situation. Cade Snowden has embraced the challenge of spearheading a new-look Newcastle Knights engine room in what's shaping up to be the defining season in his career. Snowden has volunteered to lead the scrum after the off-season departures of Willie Mason to Manly and Adam Cuthbertson to Leeds. He was entrusted with captaining Newcastle in last week's trial matches against Wauchope and Port Macquarie and has welcomed the additional responsibility for the upcoming season. And Surfest continues on this morning with Frenchwoman Maud Lacar cementing herself as the one to beat in the Surfest Women's Classic. The 22-year-old scored 4 9-point rides across the 2 heats in small but contestable surf at Dixon Park Beach yesterday. That's sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
To NURFM News Time, 26 to 7.